Sit down for this one. Pour something warm, put the phone face down, and listen the way you'd listen to an uncle who's watched too many good women give themselves away to men who never learned how to receive them. Tonight, I want to tell you about 3 places every man wants a woman to kiss. 3 places he dreams about and will never ask for out loud. Once you understand them, you'll understand something most women never figure out. I'm not talking about seduction. I'm talking about power. The power you were born with, that the world slowly talked you out of. The 2 languages. Every man speaks 2 languages, the one he uses out loud, and the one his soul speaks at night when he can't stop thinking about you. That second language is hunger. Not the hunger the world assumes, but a hunger to be known, to feel safe, to be truly seen by one person in a world that mostly refuses to see him. There are 3 places on him where that hunger lives. 3 places he'll never point to or request. Places that, once kissed with real intention, open something in him that doesn't close back up. Place 1, the forehead. The first place is his forehead. Not his mouth first, not his neck first, his forehead. That sounds small, almost maternal, and that's exactly why it disarms him. Every man, from the executive to the guy at the gas station, carries pressure he never shows, to provide, to protect, to have the answer, to never look scared or tired. From boyhood, he was told not to cry, not to complain, just to handle it. So he learned to swallow everything and wear a face. When a woman kisses that forehead slowly, with real tenderness, his nervous system reads it as safety. Something that's been clenched for decades lets go. In that moment, you become the one place he doesn't have to perform. Plenty of women will kiss his mouth or his body. Almost none kiss the place that carries his weight, and the one who does becomes irreplaceable. I knew a woman, call her Maya, 8 months into a relationship with a man who was affectionate but always somehow out of reach. She tried being sexy, sweet, easygoing, fun. Nothing landed. I told her, stop reaching for him where everyone else already reaches. Try reaching him where he's tired. Next time he came home worn out, before saying anything, she was to hold his face gently and kiss his forehead, once then let go, no explanation. 2 weeks later she called, and her voice had changed. He'd cried quietly, then held her tighter than ever. Now he called her every morning and told her things he'd never told anyone. That's what the forehead does. A man doesn't want a woman who worships his strength. He wants one who honors his humanity. And the forehead is where that humanity lives. Every unspoken worry, every buried fear. One caution, this can't be performed. A forehead kiss done with an agenda is felt instantly. A man's body knows the difference between real tenderness and a technique. Do it because you mean it, or don't do it at all. When this becomes real between you, something shifts in him. He stops chasing the external highs, money, applause, status, because he's tasted something internal, a place he doesn't have to perform. That's why men who never settle down eventually do. Not because she was prettier, but because she gave him a place with no performance required. To be clear, this isn't about becoming his mother or dissolving yourself into his emotions. There's a difference between a woman who tenderly recognizes a man and one who erodes herself for him. One is a queen, the other a man can use but never truly love. You see his weight without carrying it. You kiss his forehead, then you pour a glass of wine and go live your own full life. The gesture only means something coming from a woman who has somewhere else to be. Place 2, where shoulder meets neck. The second place is that soft curve where his shoulder rises to meet his neck. That's where a man holds his armor. Watch what happens under stress. The shoulders climb, the neck locks. That's the region that braces against the world. Most women go for the mouth, the chest, the places movies taught them. But kiss that curve slowly, and you're kissing his armor directly. It doesn't crack because you forced it. It cracks because you honored it. That spot is where he carries his identity as a protector, a job he was handed young and does silently, because he was taught real men don't complain about the shield. Kissing him there, unasked, tells him, I see what you carry, and for one moment, you can put it down. I think of a woman named Rachel, 11 years married, who told me she and her husband had become polite roommates. I told her, stop trying to seduce him, try to see him. That evening, when he sat down after work, instead of the usual, no TV, no small talk, she stood behind him, put her hands on his shoulders, and instead of a massage, kissed him once, slowly, right where shoulder meets neck. Then she walked away without a word. He followed her into the kitchen 10 minutes later, asking what that was. She just said, that was me remembering you. They talked for 3 hours that night. The first real conversation in years. A quick warning here. The moment tenderness becomes strategy, it stops working. Men feel the shift from genuine care to technique, even if they can't name it. So these aren't manipulation tools. They're a language you can only speak fluently if you actually love and respect the man in front of you. If he isn't that man, don't spend it on him. These aren't for every man. They're for the one who's earned the sanctuary of you. You're not a rest stop, you're a sanctuary, and a sanctuary has standards. Place 3, the heart. The third and deepest place is his heart, not his chest as muscle, but the rhythm underneath it. This means resting your ear against his chest, listening for his heartbeat, then pressing your lips there and holding, not a quick peck, but a real landing. That's the place where, as a boy, he was told to lock himself away, where his first heartbreaks and every swallowed disappointment still live, along with the softer, undefended version of him the world hardened over. A slow kiss there, held long enough for him to feel your breath, can bring that buried self briefly back to the surface. The reminder that he's more than a role or a paycheck. Most men never experience this. Wives kiss the chest, girlfriends kiss the body. Almost no one deliberately kisses the heart itself, saying without words, I love who lives in here, not just who the world sees. I knew a woman, Tasha, 2 years into a relationship with a good, stable man who stayed emotionally locked. One night in bed, she put her head on his chest, listened to his heartbeat, then kissed him slowly, directly over his heart. Nothing suggestive, just deliberate and quiet. Then laid her cheek back down. He went still. Then she felt tears land in her hair. After a long silence, he said, my mother used to do that. Nobody's touched me there since she died. She realized she hadn't been missing him. She'd been missing permission to reach him. Once she found the door, he stayed open. A word to you. You've been taught your whole life that love has to be earned, performed for, competed over. That you should shrink or expand to fit whoever's in front of you. You're tired because you've been earning what should be honored, freely given to you. Hear this clearly. You are not too much. The men who told you that weren't too much for you. They were too little. You haven't been asking for too much. You've been asking the wrong men. A whole grown man doesn't flinch from tenderness. He softens, shows up, stays. He's been waiting his whole life to be received like that. He just didn't know the language existed until you spoke it. So the real question isn't whether these 3 gestures work. They do, and they always have. The question is whether you're giving them to the right man. Give your sanctuary to someone who hasn't earned it, who ghosts you, half loves you, keeps you waiting, and no amount of tenderness will save it. It'll only teach him he can access the sacred without paying for it. And the price isn't money or sex. It's consistency, commitment, choosing you out loud every day. Here's the mistake most women make. They learn something like this and immediately want to try it on the man who won't commit, hoping it'll finally win him over. Don't. These aren't bait to win a man. They're a reward for the man who's already chosen to stay. If you're thinking of a specific man right now who gives you crumbs and can't decide about you, close that door tonight. He doesn't get the forehead, the shoulder, or the heart. He gets the exit and you get your peace back. And here's the deeper truth. The moment you stop pouring your sacredness into unworthy cups is the moment worthy ones become visible. As long as your hands are full of the wrong thing, you can't see the right thing being placed in front of you. I think of Denise, 42, worn out from 20 years of relationships that never quite landed. I told her, before giving up on love entirely, hold this one line. The next man doesn't get any of the 3 kisses until he's proven himself over months, not days. He gets kindness, friendship, presence, but not the sacred until he's shown he'll build with her, protect her, choose her out loud. She held that line. 6 months later, she met a man who took 9 months to earn his first forehead kiss. When she gave it, he cried. A year later, they married. Why it actually works. This isn't just sentiment, it's physiology. A man's body runs in a near constant state of readiness, sympathetic dominant, always braced to fight, solve, protect, provide. Tight shoulders, set jaw, elevated heart rate, often so constant he doesn't notice it anymore. Tender, intentional touch in these 3 places shifts his nervous system from fight mode into rest, often for the first time in years, and releases oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that links a mother to her newborn. Repeated over time, with real intention, his brain begins to wire itself around you as his safe place. At that point, he doesn't leave, not because he's trapped, but because leaving would mean giving up the only place he gets to fully exhale. That's the real difference between relationships that last decades and ones that end in months. Not chemistry or compatibility alone, but whether she ever reached the parts of him nobody else reached. One more distinction worth naming. A man isn't drawn to a woman who's simply cold or withholding. He's drawn to a woman whose warmth is valuable enough that she chooses carefully who receives it. Coldness has nothing to give. Discernment has everything to give. Selectively. That's what makes a man want to become worthy of it. Getting it wrong both ways. There are 2 ways this goes wrong. First, giving these 3 kisses too soon, within weeks, before he's shown you anything real over time, which drains the meaning out of them before the relationship has any roots. Second, withholding them forever out of old wounds, even from a man who has genuinely earned trust, which eventually starves the connection and makes him wonder if the sanctuary was ever real. The balance is watching for real evidence over time. Does he follow through? Stay steady under pressure? Speak well of you when you're not there? Treat everyone, not just you, with basic dignity? Keep his word? If the answer is consistently yes, you open the sanctuary slowly and deliberately. It's yours to give, and that's exactly what makes it meaningful, beyond the physical. Even apart from the literal gestures, these 3 places represent 3 things every man needs and rarely receives. The forehead represents rest, being a place of peace rather than another battlefield, not through swallowing your own feelings, but through your own genuine inner steadiness, which becomes contagious. The shoulder represents honor, not worship, but being truly seen, the effort, the trying, the small ways he shows up, spoken to more than his flaws, since whatever you speak to tends to grow. The heart represents belonging, one place in the world where he doesn't have to prove he deserves to exist, built through the daily, unglamorous choice to stay, communicate, and repair rather than walk away. To the woman who feels she's given too much already. If you're the woman who's given these things to people who didn't deserve them, and now wonders if you have anything sacred left, hear this: what you carry isn't diminished by having loved unwisely before. It's not reduced by anyone who failed to receive you well. Nothing was wasted, it was tuition. And now it's time to graduate into a woman who knows exactly what she carries, stops chasing, stops shrinking, and says plainly, I am the sanctuary, and whoever wants in will earn it or won't have it. Either way, my worth was never up for a vote. Closing. So ask yourself honestly about the man in your life now, or the one you're hoping for. Has he earned rest from you? Honor from you? Belonging with you? If yes, give it all, freely and fully. A man who's earned that kind of love tends to become the best version of himself because of it. If no, close the door and be grateful for the clarity. Carry 3 lines with you. I am the sanctuary. My tenderness is a reward, not bait. The right one will kneel, and I'm at peace either way. That's the posture. That's how you walk, speak, and love from here. And any man who can't meet you at that level was never your man to begin with. Somewhere out there is a man who's tired. A good man who's been strong for people who never thanked him, who wonders if anyone will ever really see past the performance. He doesn't know your name yet, but part of him is still holding on, believing someone like you exists. Your job isn't to go find him, it's to become fully the woman he's been waiting for. Rooted enough in your own worth that when your paths cross, he can't miss you. You are not too much, you never were. You are exactly enough, and the day you believe that all the way down is the day everything changes. You are loved, you are seen, you are enough. Keep the sanctuary sacred until the right one arrives.